Throwing on third down. Luck. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got a man. Complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. You got three down.
A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Locke. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Haywood. 95 is Mike. Watch 95. Help out. Pick up the ball.
Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Let's go. Let's move. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On first down, Mack. And some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they got the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to counter. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice, sweetheart. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Deuce. Hey, foxtrot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Ben to throw again. To Connor on the check down. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. Standing by in Orlando, he'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
50.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer, complete. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ty Montgomery with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will get them one closer. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, here's Luck. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Steelers' 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Target. One back.
Now Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Luck. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bailey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You got nothing. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. It's going to be a long day.
Now Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st down, Steelers.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
58's the mic. 44. The mic. Ain't no. Hey, Delta. We taking wins home.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Colts pick it up.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to let it go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Locke. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
.180, Snickers, got to spin. 53, Mike, 53. All day, all day.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
50. Hey, high 7. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the curl, watch the curls. Kill, kill, kill.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set! 180. 58, the mic. Whirl. 58, right over. Hey, zoom. Mike, 58, right there. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 58 for Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 28 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devin Bush, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Luck gives this one off to Mack, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Mike, 58 right there. Get in the way. Hey, orbit. Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
They're running it.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Marlon Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On the draw, Luck's going to give this to Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we got them now.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go.
Now Luck. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. And the Steeler first down.
Set! Like 80! He's Mike. I got you! Alert!
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike, 53, Mike.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First down, Steelers.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. White 80. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.